It's Canada Day. So that means we Canadians are doing some of the things we do best. Navel-gazing, grappling with crippling self-doubt and uncertainty, and wallowing in existential crisis. A lot of Indigenous Canadians are saying that amounts to 150 years of colonialism and is nothing to celebrate, while a lot of non-Indigenous Canadians have mixed feelings. Because we know what a shoddy deal Aboriginals in Canada have gotten and continue to get, but at the same time, isn't Canada something worth celebrating? I think one of the reasons this is coming to a head this year is not just because it's Canada's 150th, but because we've had a couple of years to mull over the findings of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission on residential schools. And whether or not you've read the report, you know the basics. You know that they were taken away from their families and sent to school where the goal was to kill the Indian and the child and make them white, meanwhile destroying their language and culture. And on top of the TRC's report, you can hardly miss reports that come in with appalling regularity of children committing suicide in remote Aboriginal communities, or of the reports of Aboriginal communities whose water isn't fit for human beings to bathe in, let alone drink. And non-Indigenous Canadians, white or not, don't always know how to process this information. I'm not personally responsible. Why should I feel guilty? And my ancestors aren't responsible either. I'm first-generation Canadian. But I think when we start looking for guilt, we're looking in the wrong direction. Instead of guilt, we should be focusing on understanding and responsibility. When I say understanding, I mean we should be listening to Aboriginal Canadians and what they're saying. Agree or not, but listen. Sure, you and I aren't personally responsible for what happened. And considering we're a nation of immigrants, probably our ancestors weren't either. But Canada was. And each one of us is part of Canada, whether we've been part of it for 5 years or 10 generations. A lot of provinces have started teaching about Indigenous Canadians in social studies classes, which is great. For the rest of us, it's kind of up to us to educate ourselves and fill in those gaps. Taking personal responsibility can start with a small step. You could attend a powwow or some other event that's open to the public. Take your kids. You could read a book written by an Indigenous Canadian author. You could learn an Indigenous language. You could check out your local friendship center and see what's going on. You could make a donation to support traditional hunting programs in Nunavut. You could fire off a letter to your MP or to the Prime Minister reminding them that clean drinking water is something all Canadians deserve. You could read the report of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, or listen to the videos in your car on your commute. There are lots of small steps we can all take. So let me know in the comments below what you want to try, or maybe you have a good idea to share. So before I finish up this video, I just want to say that a lot of Indigenous Canadians who are questioning whether Canada is something to celebrate have pointed to the empty, pretty words and gestures of Justin Trudeau as evidence of Canada's duplicity. But I think this is misguided, because Canada is much bigger than Justin Trudeau or Stephen Harper or whoever the government of the day is. Canada is a big project with a past, a present, and a future. I think Canada is worth celebrating. We're a huge, diverse country with who knows how many national origins, 2 official languages. So yeah, Canada is worth celebrating, as long as we're doing it with our eyes and our ears wide open. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave links for a bunch of stuff in the description box below. Please check it out. Tell me what you think. Leave your own links if you have something to share. And also, je sais que quelques ressources sont disponibles en anglais seulement, mais si vous avez quelque chose, laissez-moi le lien dans les commentaires et continuons la discussion. Bon, alors à la prochaine et Happy Canada Day!